Although it may seem a lot like the futuristic cityscape right out of the Jetsons, Shanghai is a real-life bustling metropolis on China's east coast. As a participant on the Global Development Studies Queen's Fudan Exchange program, I was able to live in Shanghai for 4 months, soaking up everything the city has to offer. Shanghai is best known for the Pudong skyline, which looks onto the Huangpu River and across to the Bund. The Pearl Tower and the World Financial Center are just two of the landmark towers and skyscrapers. Across the Yangpu Bridge is Fudan University. The old-style Chinese gates to the university contrast with the more modern-style Guanghua Towers, which most of my classes were held in. Shanghai has over 400 skyscrapers in the city, with hundreds more slated to be built each year. The city is expanding at a rapid pace, which makes this a great place to go and learn about urban development Chinese style. Shanghai is a perfect example of this increasing urbanization that is occurring globally. In 1950, about 1/3 of the world's population lived in cities, but as of 2008, over half of the world's population live in urban areas. Shanghai is a city of a whopping 23 million people, which isn't counting the 15 or so million people that migrate from China's rural area to Shanghai each year in search of work. These people, known as the floating population or migrant workers, usually work in factories around Shanghai. Along the Huangpu River in Shanghai, there are 3 major places to go: the French Concession, the Bund, and Pudong. The French Concession is a mark of Shanghai's colonial past, when French, British, and American interests assumed control over parts of the city. The European and American influence can be seen today in the architecture and layout of the city. Shikumen-style housing in Xintiandi and in the French Concession offer a fusion of Chinese and European style, whereas the Bund features prominently Gothic architecture with a distinct 19th century European flair. Although Chinese influence is evident, the Bund and the French Concession during the colonial period were areas where Chinese people could rarely go. In contrast, Pudong is a fairly recent district. As late as 1980, Pudong was still farmland, but thanks to the ambition and construction of the Chinese government, it is now the definition of a metropolis. Visiting Shanghai taught me a lot about urban development and the issues that Shanghai is facing as it grows. Right now, Shanghai is sprawling into the surrounding farmland, and a couple of interesting urban development projects are being pursued. Roughly 2 hours away, the Shanghai government has decided to plan 9 new towns surrounding Shanghai to accommodate the growing population. However, these 9 towns all have separate themes. Thames Town is an English village, whereas Holland Town is designed in an appropriate style, and Lingang is a futuristic socialist utopia, complete with a perfectly circular lake in the center. The town I was interested in was Pujiang Town, which was designed by an Italian firm, although the design did not reflect Italian style at all, and no one in the town knew it was supposed to be Italian anyway. The people from the town had moved there from downtown Shanghai, which was slated to be reconstructed for the Shanghai Expo in 2010. Over 55,000 people were moved to Pujiang during this time. Although the town is nice, the surrounding farmers sure don't like it because all of their land that they used to farm and live off of has now been developed as part of the 9 New Towns project. Shanghai's urbanization is definitely an unbelievable transformation with pros and cons. It's worth it to go check it out.